It all starts with one simple thought. Most people don't realize how much of their life is being shaped by something as quiet as a thought. And I mean this in a very serious way. And I will explain this through a story in a minute. Now, if you want to change your life for the better, this video is for you. Because we have thousands of thoughts every single day. But it's not just the thought, it's the feeling that they leave behind. One negative thought might pass by quickly, but when the same kinds of thoughts keep showing up again and again, they start to manifest into your life. It's going to be your reality, if you like it or not. And I talk about this with my clients every single day. These thoughts led to a feeling, and that feeling led to an action. And that action led to a behavior, and now that behavior is attached to your emotional state. Let me tell you a little story about this. Because there was a CEO who sat down in his office on the highest floor in the building, looking down on the factory floor through big windows. So he watched his 200 employees working and moving across the production floor like a well-oiled machine. And the CEO was thinking, I'm responsible for all those people who have to take care of their families as well. So for the past 18 months, he has been working so hard to save this company. And when he started, they were losing almost $300,000 every month and were almost bankrupt. But at some point, they are only losing $10,000 a month. Revenue went up 400%. And he thought to himself, yes, we are almost there. We did it together. Just a few more months and we'll be making money again. But then the phone rings. It's the parent company. Come to the meeting room now. And they don't sound funny. Now, 3 people dressed in expensive ties from the board of the head company look at him and say, we expected you to turn around this company, but we are still losing money. You are fired and you failed. And that word hits the CEO hard. Failed. He keeps thinking it over and over again. I failed. I couldn't save this company. And all those people gave their trust to my work and I failed. I'm a failure. He goes home and can't stop thinking about it. How do I tell my family? I had one job and I couldn't do it. I'm a failure. The shame eats at him. He starts drinking to make the thoughts go away. But they don't go away. They get worse. You are a failure. You have always been a failure. All those people have to suffer because of you. You didn't do your job well. His whole life falls apart. His family watches him destroy himself because he believes he failed. But then, 7 years later, his son is at a business show and sees a company with a new name. They tell him they used to be called something else, and this was the company that fired his father. So he said, my dad used to run that company. Oh, your dad, he was amazing. He saved our company. Huh? What do you mean? The son asks. Oh wait, I will tell you in a minute, says the man. The parent company fired him because we were getting too successful. We were competing with their main business. So they got rid of him and therefore we sued that company. And we got $100 million. And your dad turned us from losing money to making money. We are so grateful for your dad. We are worth now $500 million because of what he did. And then his son realizes this. His dad didn't fail, he succeeded. But his dad destroyed his whole life because he believed he had failed. One thought, I failed. One negative experience that wasn't even true destroyed everything. So this man was actually really successful, but he believed the negative thought and that became his reality. And that negative thought, what turns into a negative feeling, what turns into a negative experience, is what we see a lot of times with people who feels like a failure. And the problem with this is when it gets out of control, it can dominate your whole life. Based on what? And then you create a negative cycle that feels impossible to escape, impossible to change. Do you know what and maybe you can relate in some specific situation. So be careful of your thoughts and your feelings. And what you believe to be true. Are you really a failure when you don't have money? Don't have a job you really would like to have? Or are you really a failure when you are almost retiring without any money at that moment? So the question is, which thought do you want to believe about yourself? So what thought, what feeling, what emotion do you accept in your body and mind daily? And if those are negative, maybe it's time today to change them and start to reframe those negative thoughts. So here's my simple 3-step framework how you can outsmart your negative thoughts starting today. The beautiful thing is, in these days, you literally have your own psychologist with you all the time right in your pocket, right? And here's what I want you to do. Step number 1, write down your negative thoughts daily. When you catch yourself thinking, I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, or I will never succeed, write those down. Step number 2 is open ChatGPT and ask it to reframe those thoughts. You can literally say, I'm having this negative thought. Write your thought down and then ask ChatGPT, can you help me reframe this in a more positive way? Can you reframe this thought? And then step number 3, read the reframes out loud from ChatGPT, let them sink in and feel which one feels right for you. Just like that CEO could have asked, I got fired. Does that really mean I failed? And then the answer of ChatGPT would have been completely different, right? For example, instead of I failed, ChatGPT had turned it around like, I turned the company around and almost made it profitable. That's success, that's not failure. Instead of I'm not good enough, I'm growing and improving every day. And I see life as one big experiment. Or instead of I will be never successful. Success takes time and every step forward counts. Can you see how important this simple framework could have been in the life of this CEO, in your life? And when you start doing this, you will be surprised by how many negative thoughts you have subconsciously. The great thing is that you can reframe them daily because you have access to it 24/7. And therefore, use it. Your thoughts don't have to control you anymore in a negative way. Change your thoughts, change your feelings, change your emotions, change your experience. It will change your life. Keep up the good work and start believing in yourself because I do and you should too. Love you guys and see you in the next video.